two giants in project management go head to head. One big question, which one really delivers? On the left, Microsoft Planner, built right into the Office 365 ecosystem. And on the right, Freedcamp, the flexible option aiming to fit any team's workflow. We're looking at how they handle real work, task management, collaboration, integrations, pricing, and more. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might surprise you comes out on top. The result might surprise you. Let's get into it. Alright, real quick, here's the plan. We're going to break this down by 6 categories: price, features, ease of use, integration, collaboration, and mobile apps. So basically everything that actually matters when you're choosing where to run your next project. Let's jump right in. Let's start with price. Because, yeah, nobody wants to waste money if they don't have to, right? Microsoft Planner comes baked into your Microsoft 365 subscription, so if you're already paying for that, it's basically free. Super convenient, totally seamless. But picture this: Freedcamp, on the other hand, has a seriously generous free tier, and their paid plans are super budget-friendly. You only need to shell out a bit if you want the more advanced stuff. So if you're counting pennies or running a small team, Freedcamp just gives you more for less. Gotta hand it to Freedcamp for this one. They take it on price. Now, features. Planner's rocking those classic Kanban boards and has awesome integration with other Microsoft apps. It's all about keeping things simple and easy to use. But if you need things like Gantt charts, time tracking, or really detailed task dependencies, honestly, Planner feels pretty basic. Here's where Freedcamp kind of flexes. Gantt charts, a built-in calendar, time tracking, the whole works. I'm not gonna lie, when you first see the Freedcamp interface, it can be a little much, but if you're after those pro tools, it's loaded. In this round, Freedcamp definitely pulls ahead. Alright, how easy are these to actually use? If you're in Microsoft World already, Planner will feel like second nature. Onboarding's almost instant. There's nothing weird, nothing intimidating, it's just easy. But oddly, that simplicity means it can feel, well, kind of limited. Freedcamp, meanwhile, is actually pretty simple for small teams, and their mobile apps are straightforward. But as soon as your project gets big or you start using those advanced features, setup can feel a bit overwhelming. Overall though, for just pure jump in and go, Planner's the winner here. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know Freedcamp actually started as a totally free alternative to Basecamp back in 2010? Talk about sticking it to the old powerhouses. Let's talk integrations, because no app matters if it doesn't play nice with your other tools. Planner is super tight with the rest of Microsoft 365 Teams, Outlook, OneDrive, you name it. Automations through Power Automate are slick too. Downside? You're mostly limited to Planet Microsoft. Freedcamp, though, connects with Google Drive, Dropbox, Zapier, and a bunch more. Awesome. But here's the catch. Sometimes you need to tinker or pay for the best integrations. If your team lives inside Microsoft, Planner has the upper hand here. Collaboration. This is make or break for team projects. With Planner, you get real-time updates through Teams and you can drop comments right on tasks. But man, if your team isn't deep into Teams, you might feel like something's missing. Freedcamp adds built-in chat, discussions, and notifications, which is great, especially for mixed teams. The only downside? Get too many people in there, and honestly, it can get notification overload really fast. So, both have their quirks, but it's pretty much a dead heat for collaboration. Last up, mobile apps. Planner keeps up with both iOS and Android, and for most simple stuff, you're covered. But if you want all the bells and whistles, you might miss how the web version feels fuller. With Freedcamp, their mobile apps are packed with features, which is honestly impressive, but sometimes there are those annoying sync issues. Overall, both are reliable, but neither is totally flawless here, so let's call this one a tie. Right? Let's take a step back and see the big picture. Looking at all the categories, price, features, ease of use, integration, collaboration, and mobile, it's pretty clear Freedcamp shines with its huge feature set and crazy value, especially if you're not living your life inside Microsoft 365. But Planner? Still unbeatable for teams already deep in the Microsoft ecosystem and just wanting something simple. So at the end of the day, if you're all in on Microsoft and want ridiculously easy, no-frills project planning, stick with Planner. But if your team is growing, needs more advanced project management tools, or just wants more bang for your buck, Freedcamp's probably the better play. Personally, I'd say Freedcamp takes the win here, but only if you'll actually use those extra features. If you found this comparison helpful, hit that follow button or subscribe so you don't miss the next